Then I'm assignment editor Mike Rogers at the desk. A man trapped in a hole in Pomona. Heavy rescue teams coming in to pull him out. The dramatic video ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Juan Fernandez.
And I'm Amy Johnson. This is CBS LA at more. The relentless record heat continues.
Hey everybody. Hey lady. Hey Faded. Hey Joe.
The coast and everywhere in between.
Sizzling temperatures prompting a next weather alert in effect all week, and we have team coverage for you. Meteorologist Evelyn Taft is tracking the dangerous heat wave and more records that could be broken today.
Thank you. We are following some breaking news out of Pomona, where a man had to be hoisted from a hole at a construction site in the middle of this intense heat.
Let's go to assignment editor Mike Rogers at the desk with more of that dramatic rescue.
Yeah, you know, Juan and Amy, Sky Cow is overhead. It's all happening at a construction site in Pomona where this man somehow, and we don't know if he's connected to the construction site or how he actually got there, but was stuck in this hole. This making it a confined space rescue. There you see LA County Fire using Heavy Rescue 3 to try to hoist the man out. They placed those plywood boards around him to get better footing on that. Then they used their urban search and rescue team to get in there and connect the man to a strap and then to a hoist and then eventually pull him out. He was down there for a significant amount of time. You can imagine just how uncomfortable and how tight of a space it was for that man as he gets pulled up out of this tight space there in Pomona. Again, we are waiting to learn from the Los Angeles County Fire Department what this man's connection was, if any, to this construction site. It doesn't appear that he is wearing any type of construction vests or clothes or anything like that. So we're not sure how he ended up down there. It's certainly something the Pomona Police Department as well as LA County Fire will look into. But there he is getting loaded up into an ambulance to be taken to an area hospital. His condition unclear at this time. We do know that he was conscious and alert, though, once he was removed from that hole. A very scary afternoon for him, no doubt. And don't forget, if you see breaking news in your neighborhood, text us here at the desk, 818-221-2222. It comes to me right here in the newsroom, as well as my colleagues and Mark Liu in the morning. We'll take a look at your texts and answer them in the best way we can. One?
Sounds good, Mike. Thank you. And now to bombshell allegations. A California icon now forever tarnished. Late civil rights leader Cesar Chavez accused of sexual abuse both against young girls and another icon, labor leader and feminist Dolores Huerta. The New York Times breaking the story today. We have team coverage, Zach Boetto, on what may have happened with some schools named for Chavez. But we begin with Jeff Berlin in San Fernando, looking at how the community is absorbing these shocking revelations. Jeff?
Juan, along this mural, you will find several images of the late civil rights leader. And soon after the release of that explosive New York Times investigation, we may have found at least one example of his image taking a hit. Wednesday morning, the statue of Cesar Chavez at a San Fernando park was covered until workers took it down.
And there's going to be a lot of crying in our community. There's going to be grief in our community.
CISA Professor Gabriel went to share his testimony for the United Farm Workers Union when he was a student in college.
I've known him since my dad taught us about Cesar Chavez.
Borges says Chavez is without a doubt the most popular Mexican-American hero. So today, the New York Times investigation focusing on accusations that Chavez abused a young girl in a wedding.
Yeah, the lady who's,
So many
you know,
communities.
This is extremely painful that someone that pulled apart a living vessel and named after Cesar Chavez.
Among the accusers, Dolores Huerta, who co-founded the USW. 2012, President Obama awarded her the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Professor Minnie Romero is the director of USC's Center for Inclusive Democracy.
If you know Dolores Huerta, you respect her. She's revered within the Latino community, but far beyond.
secret about Chavez. For as long as he did, building agreement and securing farm worker rights was her life's work.
I felt for her and carrying that burden all these
How old is she
years.
now,
Tremendous,
Dolores?
I think
Where-
90.
interconnected
I think.
history books, and still today, right when Cecil Chavez.
Hey, Main. Hey, David. How is everybody? Omar, how are you?
And to embrace all survivors.
Okay, let's see.
About it, I think maybe we look to her and say,
How are you guys staying cool? What are you guys doing?
some community.
Anybody going to the pool? Anybody doing anything like that?
And both of the historians can
It is a wacky Wednesday. But they had ice cream for us at the station here today because it's so hot, so that was nice. And of course, I have my coffee. Thanks, lady.
Okay, we'll see you at 5, Jeff. Thank you. Meantime, the Chavez family is saying it is devastated by this news. In a statement saying, in part, as a family steeped in the values of equity and justice, we honor the voices of those who feel unheard and who report sexual abuse.
Well, on across California, there are libraries, streets, schools, and monuments that honor Cesar Chavez. And today's revelations have some calling for those sites to be renamed. Governor Gavin Newsom responded to a question earlier today about whether he would consider changing the name of the holiday coming up on March 31st.
Yeah, I've done half all this and dive a little bit deeper, see first to understand. There's a sense of urgency on that in the context of this being, month we celebrate, the life and times of a figure we've long embraced and revered. And so now we're learning more. And we have to be there for the back of the victims, and we have to make sure truth and trust is restored.
The community activist group California Rising asking this afternoon to have LA's Cesar Chavez Avenue be renamed in light of today's revelations. And beyond Cesar Chavez Avenue, there are monuments and murals honoring the labor leader, and there are libraries and schools named after him as well.
That's right, Andy. One of those schools is Cesar Chavez Academy in Corona, and that's where CBS LA's Zach Boedo is speaking with members of the community about what should happen next. Zach?
One, Amy, every day when they arrive here at school and when they're leaving, students here at Cesar Chavez Academy in Corona see this sign. But today, it carries a different meaning, and community members we're speaking with are having mixed reactions. Si se puede decried the farm worker movement and its leader, Cesar Chavez, who changed the course of history and whose reputation is now on the verge of another historical change.
It's just shocking for Hispanic people of our size, but we'll just have to wait and see.
With allegations of Chavez committing sexual abuse now coming to light,
Wait.
streets
Oh, Maine. Where are you? Are you in Maine?
named after the labor leader throughout the state, like Cesar Chavez Academy in Corona,
I know, lady. It's crazy.
now raising questions about whether that should change. In a statement, the Corona Norco Unified School District says it is aware of the recent allegations regarding Cesar Chavez. District leadership is currently reviewing the
Yep,
matter.
we do have March Madness, David.
No decisions have been made. This man says, I think the school name should change. If everything is true, I don't think his legacy can live on for the children in this school. It's more than just schools and streets named after Chavez here in Southern California. The city of Riverside also has this statue made of him in their Cesar Chavez Memorial right in the middle of downtown historic Riverside. The city of Riverside in a statement says it is aware of the reports involving the alleged conduct of the late Cesar Chavez. Like a lot of Californians, we are shocked by the reports and processing potential next steps.
It's like a lot of evidence is getting exposed. So I think back then, I guess it was easier for him to get away with it and for him to have a good face and a good name. But it might change, yeah. It will change.
Juanini, there's also a Cesar Chavez Park in Pomona and a Cesar Chavez Middle School.
Wait, Maine, where are you? Oh, you're in the Northeast. Are you in Maine? Oh, you're in Rhode Island. Okay.
Survivor talking about how much courage it takes for a sexual abuse victim to come forward. Juanini.
All right, thanks so much, Seth. Mayor Karen Bass has responded to the allegations, saying in a statement, I am keeping Dolores Huerta, Ana Maria, and Deborah Rojas in my heart, and I honor their strength and that of every woman and girl horrifically harmed by those in power. Real progress requires more than moments of reckoning. It demands sustained action to dismantle social economic and political structures that have hurt women throughout our history.
We are following the very latest on Cesar Chavez allegations and the fallout. Stay with CBSLA and CBSLA.com.
An Israeli airstrike struck an apartment building in central Beirut today. The Israeli army warning residents in the building to evacuate about an hour before the attack. And the death toll on both sides of the fighting between Iran and the U.S. and Israel is on the rise. President Trump went to Dover Air Force Base today for the dignified transfer of 6 U.S. service members killed when their tanker crashed as part of Operation Epic Fury. Mourners in Tehran held a funeral procession for Iran's security chief and the commander killed in Israeli strikes Tuesday. Israel also announced it had killed Iran's intelligence chief in a fresh round of strikes.
The regime in Iran appears to be intact but largely degraded due to attacks on its leadership and military capabilities.
Well, the U.S. and
YouTube, I'm kind of
Israel
neglecting you today, and I'm sorry, I'm
military
super busy.
targets. For the first time, forces hit Iranian oil production facilities, including the world's biggest natural gas field. CBS News has learned President Trump is still considering whether to send American forces into Iran to seize the country's nuclear material. More than 2,000 rigs aboard the USS Tripoli are now sailing to the Middle East.
Stay with CBSLA for the very latest on the war with Iran and the local impact. Up next, sizzling temperatures sticking around, forcing SoCal to hunker down.
It's hot out here, but for some people, this actually feels like relief. Coming up, why many tenants say their only option to cool off is to actually leave their home. And speaking of cooling off, certainly not the case, at least not now and not for the next few days. As we take a look at current temperatures, from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and February and the week ahead. So checking how long these will last.
And a warning at the pump, how thieves are trying to outsmart drivers and what
I really
you need to
enjoyed
make
that.
sure you don't fuel their speed. You almost got me, Mike. Almost got me. Almost, like I was like, don't laugh, don't laugh, don't laugh.
It's so funny.
Thank you, Lynn.
Marco. Marco.
But don't feel like you have to. I mean, I don't feel
Hey, can I say this Marco real quick?
pressured or anything.
Thanks.
Mom can handle it.
I'll move a little bit.
Are we on combo?
Hey, I'm gonna kill the VO in my teas. Yeah, just because we shouldn't. The only thing we have of him is a booking photo, and we shouldn't tease booking photos. Yeah. Okay, cool. Bye.
Now I got more. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Vin. Hi. B92 is just on cam, no
Oh,
VO.
yes. Yeah. 'Cause
You're kind of looking away.
I like these. Although that one is still on that one.
Yeah, but I can't see it from, you know what I mean? I could see the one behind Mike, but it's very small.
See what?
The prompter.
Oh, on this monitor?
I'm looking over here, like I can't look.
Yeah. Well, I can route the prompter to that monitor.
There's sometimes it's there.
Yeah.
I like it when it's there.
Of course you can.
It's.
He's not even looking up codes or anything. He's just like punching buttons.
I'm trying to remember where it is though.
To my right. Right there.
Could you imagine?
This week's dangerous stretch of heat is exposing an ongoing crisis across Southern California, and that's not everyone has a way to cool.
Yeah, in many cities, landlords aren't required to provide cooling for tenants, leaving some people stuck in sweltering apartments. CBS LA's Jasmine Beal is live in East LA with the county's push to really change that. Jasmine.
Yeah, Amy, we got a taste of that hot reality today. So LA County, they have already taken action to pass this safe indoor temperature ordinance, but many cities have not. So you have many people right here in Southern California that have to escape to parks just like this, find the shade, go to libraries so that they can get out of their hot homes with no air conditioning, and it can make some people very sick. Inside are the Lopez's, cut ahead apartment. The day starts with damage control. She drops ice into her dog's water. Portable fans already blasting. Because inside it's already pushing past 80 degrees and it's not even noon. No air conditioning, no ceiling fans. Just that she can plug into the walls, hoping it will be enough. She's lived like this for 11 years, relying on electrolytes to stay hydrated and dealing with the toll the heat takes on her body.
My son and my daughter and I all have nosebleeds. I have hypertension. It's so much hotter outside than even inside, so I stay indoors, but then I get headaches.
Oh, it's over.
For Lopez. He doesn't have air conditioning in his Los Angeles apartment.
There you go.
He is pushing tenant rights to strategic action for just a comment.
Oh, it's this monitor. Oh, this is the. Oh. It's annoying. No, it's because this is the. There's a weather computer that goes right here, and this monitor is the one we got to flip around. Maybe let's look. Let's investigate this. I have a tease here, huh? It's on this one. Yeah. Yeah. You're welcome. Just in time for you to go sit back down. Yeah. Ready for March Madness. Sometimes they add extra shows for us when we have March Madness.
With no air conditioning are undocumented immigrants who are right now to come out to a park, to maybe go to the library. So he and his nonprofit, they are concerned about their health being indoors in their home in this extreme heat. Live here in East LA, Jasmine Beal, CBS LA.
All right, Jasmine, and that record heat really taking its toll on Angelinos this week.
Meteorologist Evelyn Taft tracking the next weather alert and where we're seeing the worst of it.
Juan and Amy, at this point, at Valley, still very much in the 90s across Southern California, and the worst is, well, it's still landing here outside right now, or what it's still blue skies. And again, very oppressive heat across most of Southern California. Let's take a look at the only numbers as we head to tomorrow. It will seem to be looking a little bit like this. 88 in Longview, 78 in Huntington, 94 in Pomona, 90 in
Kevin. Hey, Ev, and here at the desk, we're learning new information about a man in Riverside arrested accused of child sex crimes. Why police are concerned there may be more victims. That's ahead.
Okay, Mike, plus a prediction predicament. Bettors doing much more than filling out their brackets this March Madness. Legal concerns before tip-off.
What am I doing? Oh, yeah. "38 inches of snow is crazy." I do miss the snow, though. Amy and Juan, in the YouTube chat, they're talking about we have one person that's watching us from Rhode Island, who is watching us from Rhode Island, which is not dealing with the same heat that we have, but they say that they got 38 inches of snow 3 weeks ago. So the question is, heat or snow?
Well, you can tell that person I lived in Boston.
Well, Amy lived in Boston, Maine.
The heat.
You prefer the heat. Juanito?
I like the heat because I like being by pools and beaches, but snow is nice. It just depends on your circumstance, whether are you going to be driving in it?
Yeah.
Going to work in it?
I prefer the snow because I like the snow's fun to play with, and I also think like you can warm up, but it's harder to cool down.
You can put something on,
Yeah.
but you can't take something off.
Right. But I don't like, what I didn't like is when I lived in Reno, is when it was just bitterly cold with no snow. Like,
Too cold to snow? That's
yes.
Well, and icy cold is
Yeah.
too, like humid cold is ugh.
I would rather have, if it's going to be cold, I'd want it to snow.
Yeah. Well, I prefer snow over rain.
Oh, that's fair.
Definitely.
And I prefer rain over hail. And I prefer hail over fire.
Lady also says she prefers heat. Yeah.
From Rhode Island?
No, she's from here, I think.
Oh, okay. I think part of it is that cold weather doesn't last so long. I never lived anywhere where the cold was short.
Yeah.
It's always
You're right.
Okay.
Summer's a little shorter than winter. Because even when we go into spring can be a cool spring.
Yeah. Well, I remember living in Milwaukee, and it would be snowing at Halloween, and still
Gosh.
A Riverside County school psychologist is facing charges accused of exchanging sexual photos with someone he thought was a child.
Simon editor Mike Rogers at the desk. Mike, that person he thought was a child was actually an undercover.
An undercover cop, and tonight that person is facing charges related to this, and because of his work as a school psychologist, there is a concern that there are more victims out there. I want to show you his photo. That's the reason we're showing you his photo here, is because police believe there are more victims. Now, this person was arrested by the Riverside Police Department. They say his name is Paul Ryan Coleman of Yucaipa. Now, they say he reached out and tried to exchange hundreds of sexually explicit messages, photos, videos, other things like that with an undercover investigator who was posing as a 13-year-old child. After the 3-month investigation, he was arrested at his home in Riverside after he tried to meet with the person whom he believed to be a child. He was instead arrested by the child exploitation team. Now, they do say that they worked as a school psychologist, a licensed school psychologist at Newview Union School District and Newview Bridge Early College High School in the city of Nuevo. That's in Riverside County. So that is why they are concerned that there could be more victims out there. They want you to look at his photo, know his name, and if you believe that you or your child or anybody you know may have been victimized by this person, the Riverside Police Department detectives would like to hear from you. Meanwhile, he is being held on 3 felony counts related to the charges against him. Guys?
All right, Mike. Well, the Senate has begun a marathon debate session over an elections bill. pushing the Save America Act, claiming it's needed to prevent cheating at the polls. But Democrats argue it's really
Yeah.
about voter suppression.
I liked the snow. I do miss the snow living here.
Citizenship to register to vote along with photo ID.
Okay, I got distracted, guys. Hang on, let me finish this.
Certainly, there are those that shouldn't be registered to vote automatically.
To say that makes voting harder and makes registration much harder for U.S. citizens. For U.S. citizens,
Who would not have voter ID? Who would not have proof of citizenship?
and the only people who would want not to have that are people that want to cheat. It's very, very simple. We can't let that happen.
Well, Senate Majority Leader John Thune has acknowledged that the legislation doesn't have the votes needed to pass, but he promised a, quote, full and robust debate on the Senate floor this week. Well, coming up at 4:30, teachers across LAUSD standing together as they rally for their livelihoods.
Plus, call-outs leaving travelers in a bind, TSA problems that are putting a damper on spring break trips.
And sticker shock at the pump, gas prices skyrocketing as the war with Iran carries on, and we take a deep dive into the reasons why.
And high pressure continues to build.
Yeah. Okay, next question, because gas prices are so crazy. Who has a gas car? Who has an electric car? I don't think.
Marco, is D3 redundant? It just seems like after we just say CBS lays under Sowers is their live Hunter versus she's live with what's it say Hunter. You see that? D2, D3.
Hey, you're doing the 5, right? I don't know if you're teasing Covina anywhere. Okay, because it was not a pursuit.
The nice here,
Okay, cool. I just saw the slug you put in above it, so J41. So I just wanted to make sure we knew it wasn't a pursuit. I mean, I guess it's a little late now. I had to catch it for you, but YouTube is very disappointed with you, Ziggy. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, bye-bye. Oh, you want the prompter?
I did. Man, it was on there.
There you go. I put it back.
Oh, wow.
Wow, Mike.
Didn't know it could be like that.
Mm-hmm. The little things.
It is.
Can we just read off that?
Exactly. I think I like it better. It's bigger. It's really nice.
Okay, you have a gas car. I have an electric car, which has been nice. Amy has an electric car. Juan has gas. Copy chopper lifting. Where's he going, guys? Copy. I can't hear you, Marco. What? Yeah, he's on his way.
Leave for the 5.
It will.
Wow.
Of course, you get it because you're reading. We are following breaking news in downtown LA. Teachers and workers across LA Unified coming together for a joint rally.
CBS LA's Hunter Sowers is there at the rally where teachers are making their voices heard, and she's live with what's at stake, Hunter.
Yeah, Juan, that's exactly right. You can see just a terrific turnout here for these teachers, they say. A ton of people despite the heat, and all really centered around affordability. What they say they want is a be able to make a living wage. Again,
She's quiet.
got a stage set up. I just want to kind of take the camera around, give you a sense of what we're seeing here. But I also want to bring David Delacruz. He is with Young Oakham Academy, a teacher, but also chapter chair here with the union. I mean, David, this is a big day. What are y'all demanding and what do you want to see happen from this
respect and dignity for us as professionals in the day in and day out dynamics in the classroom. We're asking for fair wages. We're asking for a fair contract. We're asking for wraparound services for our most marginalized populations, including our immigrant population. Where we're at, we have seen an uptake in ICE activity, and we need to be able to reaffirm and let our students know that when they walk in, there are safe for them. We also want a living condition or wages that allow us to live in the cities that we teach in and that we serve in. And honestly, it all comes down to the respect and the dignity that the profession that we prepared for, that we are qualified for, have worked for.
David, I want to, as we kind of pan off, because again, I want people to see just how large this rally is. So while you answer this question, we're going to give people a scope of just how many have turned up today. What does it feel like to know this many members, obviously supporting a potential strike, but showed up downtown today despite this heat?
We're ready. I think we're making a clear statement that we are ready. We are negotiating. We negotiated in good faith. But at this point, we need to hear a clear response from a district that knows that the funds are there. We've seen the misuse of funds, and I think it's empowering and it's important for us as unions, as the biggest unions in the education here in Los Angeles, to be out here and show the district that we are ready to strike if we have to.
David, thank you so much. We appreciate you taking the time today. So guys, like I said, these members here, all over 30,000 have supported a potential strike.
Oh, that's good. You have a hybrid. Hybrids help.
We reached out to LAUSD for a statement in regards to this turnout today and this rally. They said they're going to be holding a press conference tomorrow. So they will be
Maine, please send me the snow. I actually like snow. I do miss it from when I was a kid. Although I feel like kids today, and Maine, can answer this question better. Like when I was a kid, we used to get snow days and just not go to school. And I remember one time it was like for a week. But I feel like now kids like have to do like online learning, and I feel like that sucks. But tell me what you think.
Continue to take over SoCal, leaving people stranded.
It sure is, and Evelyn, you've been tracking what's happening and what's still ahead, right?
Ellen, thank you. It's that time of year when the NCAA tournament tips off bracket madness. People across the country will bet $3.3 billion on the games. That doesn't include prediction markets, which are exploding in popularity. State law prevents people in California from betting on sports, but they can now trade on them. Prediction markets like Polymarket and Kalshi give users the ability to win money by predicting anything from election outcomes to Oscar winners, even Taylor Swift's bridesmaids. Some are using the app Kalshi.
It's amazing to me how Kalshi is legal in basically everywhere.
Kalshi is offering a $1 billion prize for a perfect 2026 March Madness bracket. The odds of getting that nearly impossible. 1 in 9.2 quintillion. Closest bracket will still win $1 million.
Not bad at all.
All right, superstar Shohei Ohtani back with the Dodgers.
Let's check in with sports director Jim Hill and more on the reigning MVP. Jim?
Hey Jules, how are you? Mike, I remember going to school in snow conditions and walking in 6 inches of snow back in the day. I never did that. I mean, they were pretty good with us about like, you know, canceling school. It's not safe, all that, because school buses couldn't get places and things like that. So they were pretty good with us, but. Then you'd have those days where you like had school delays, like we'd go in 3 hours late. Those were kind of cool. Loved a good snow day though.
But it was good. You know, I think that obviously he knows that we're getting close to starting, so there was certainly a lot of focus, and it wasn't as crisp as I'm sure he would have wanted it, but I think, you know, it just speaks to how talented he is, and to be able to get touch the fifth inning, it was the one he felt good coming out of it.
LeBron, you really got the golf ball, huh? Man, everyone giving you advice again? It works. Remember, go on the hits. Keep that hip loose. I got picked up. Don't swing too hard.
All right, Jim, thank you.
Well, still ahead, what goes up must come down.
A couple of alleged school trespassers fall right into custody, literally, at the county Pomona off campus.
Plus, when you think desert, you probably don't think sharks, but the predators have found a fancy home amongst tourists in Sin City. Something to chew on just ahead. I know, no, it's not good. See what's next.
What am I reading? E1? Okay, school trespassers, all right.
It's too early for that, Amy.
I'm sorry.
Trying to kill me over here.
So am I.
Right, Turbo. All right, YouTube. I have to leave you for like 2 seconds. I'll be right back, okay? Wilson's in charge. Is Wilson even here today? I think Wilson ditched us. Saturday morning cartoons were great, man. I liked it.
ARVR. A2. Gotcha.
All hold down for you.
Thank you. You, Mike, and I'll do two.
Excuse me. Oh, wow. Big changes to airspace.
Again?
Yeah, so right now, when we're like, so for example, if we're in Van Nuys's airspace, and there is a plane, hi Wilson, no, I'm back, I went to use the restroom really quick, and there's a plane, we stay away from the plane using what's called visual separation. So basically the controller says, hey, there's a Cessna landing, look out for it, reply when in sight. Yeah. Between, then the helicopters can kind of maneuver freely and whatever. The FAA is eliminating visual separation rules and now will require air traffic controllers to maintain us via radar and keep us away from each other via radar.
So now what, our choppers looking at radar?
No. We're on the radar. What it means is that the controllers are going to have to manage us, whereas before they would clear us into the airspace and say, all right, there's a Cessna landing, on runway 14 or whatever, maintain visual separation. And the pilot, our helicopter pilot, would know where that aircraft is and just stay away from it. And now that can't be the case anymore. Now the controller has to give us very specific directions, which means it's just going to take, it's less freedom to move about the airspace, and the controllers will, if they're busy, may deny us in because they don't have time to basically handhold us. Oh, Juan.
Yes.
Carlos Lopez?
Yeah, Carlos Lopez.
He's on our YouTube stream.
All right, Carlos.
Yes, Juan says hi, Carlos.
I brought him in, remember?
Yeah, that's what he just said. He said Juan invited me over for a studio tour in January of this year. I do remember that, Carlos. Good to have you in the stream.
With the ongoing war in Iraq, the price of diesel nationwide has surpassed $5 per gallon for the first time in 3 years. According to AAA, diesel is now $5.07. Meantime, the national average for a gallon of regular gas hit $3.84. That's up 26 cents from just last week. Of course, there's a sharper spike in prices here at home. LA County.
Is it going to kill you if I take that?
Orange County jumped to 562.
Because it's just, that's the whole part of the story. Do you know what I mean? Okay. Oh, you thought I meant move the chopper. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah. Yeah, because what they did today is a huge deal. Yeah, it's going to be, yeah. Okay, cool. Bye.
Smack in the midst of that reality is a waterway most of us don't know too much about. Strait of Hormuz. The passageway at the mouth of the Persian Gulf is only about 21 miles wide, so it's easy to block or mine.
20% of the world's oil travels through there.
We turn to USC research professor Adam Rose to learn more about this trade channel that's been used for centuries.
I think we've already made history. While Iran says they're only blocking it with respect to American tankers, a lot of other countries are just distrustful.
We also checked in with the CEO of the Port of Long Beach, Dr. Noel Pasigata.
The price of oil spiked. If you think about it, as consumers, we buy gas to fill our cars, but everything we buy and every service that we consume in some way is indirectly related by and affected by the cost of oil.
He says at this point, the port itself has not been negatively impacted. He's concerned about snowballing effects as the war and shutdown continue. The port started using alternative fuel sources to run operations 20 years ago.
Our ability to run our operations on electric equipment that doesn't necessarily rely on oil could be a competitive advantage as well.
Consuming countries, mainly in Europe, have in fact stepped up and contributed.
Hey, it's Mike. Hey, the FAA stuff at Burbank, Was there? I mean, I know that the general gist of it was Monday and his beach craft, but did anybody get into further detail of like when or what happened? I was trying to see if I couldn't find a release or anything. I wasn't sure. I mean, I got it. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I'm not missing it. Okay, cool. All right.
We help other countries, and when they don't help us, I mean, it's certainly something that we should think about. I don't need Congress for that decision.
Essentially, Trump went it alone in war with Israel and didn't really consult with European nations who would be the major help in this case.
Rose says some oil companies and countries like Russia, which just had sanctions lifted, will profit. He says the most immediate financial blow has been to independent gas stations and consumers. But as with so many economic sectors ultimately affected, some analysts project much bigger costs.
Reducing GDP by 2%, and that's $600 billion. That's two-thirds of what we spend on defense.
He thinks the worldwide consequences of keeping the strait closed will force a change soon. Cara Finstrom, CBS, LA.
And the LA County Sheriff's Department is warning people about criminals who are installing skimming devices inside gas pump keypads to steal debit and credit cards.
Miguel, we didn't. I don't think we didn't go to a chase last night, did we? I don't think we went to a chase last night.
Containing a hidden skimmer device used to, capture banking data.
Did they really, lady? Our local station, NBC LA?
Reader is secure. Use credit instead of debit when possible, and cover your PIN when entering it. If something looks like it's been tampered with, well, don't use that prompt and notify the gas station attendant.
Deep in Costa Mesa learns the hard way that he couldn't escape the law. It all started when a 42-year-old suspect allegedly stole a jacket worth $4,000 and attempted to get away from officers. The pursuit ended and a rescue mission ensued when he jumped over a fence and dropped 30 feet down into a flood channel. The suspect was lifted out with rescue equipment and taken to a hospital. And it turns out he had active warrants in Northern California and other states. He may have made some other fraudulent purchases as well. He was arrested on grand theft charges.
Well, back now to the heat wave. You might be wondering when we will finally see some cool relief.
Wonder no more. Evelyn Tappan's back now with the answer.
Hey, Vinny. Me?
You don't.
Yeah, the green light is on.
Here, let me see, Pat.
One green light is blinking.
Oh, it's on. Vinny on 925? Vinny, can you hear me? Power it off, power back on. How about now, Vin? We talk.
Test.
Let me ask him. Let me ask him. On 925?
You said no.
It's on and transmitting.
You don't hear me?
Do you want me to give her mine real quick? Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You know where we go? Remember that yesterday? Yesterday we had all these mic problems. We could hear audio. Just he couldn't hear my mic, and it's definitely turned on. Yeah, all night. You got me now? Okay.
Well, no, I was telling Amy, we had problems yesterday with audio. All night long. All night long. All night. Oh. Okay. All right, thanks so much, Ev. And new at the top of the hour on CBS LA at 5, more close calls at Burbank Airport and the new rule change when it comes to helicopters flying their planes. Plus, a true crime case exposed, a loophole in California's law impacting victim privacy, how it surfaced, and the push for accountability and reform. That and a lot more new at the top of the hour on CBS LA at 5. But right now, Amy Wan, back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Ben. Still ahead, soaring problems before takeoff.
Spring break is turning into spring wait at airports across the country. TSA troubles testing measures.
Thanks, Mike. Yeah, let's bring it back. Give me my mic.
Thank you, P. Harvey. Oh, YouTube, you just got to hear all that. I forgot about that. Sorry, guys. I forgot that whole, when I gave you my mic, that whole thing was on YouTube.
Oh my God.
No, they're loving it.
I think your phone's over here.
Oh, thank you. Who would keep the paper?
Oh, like copy paper? I'll bring some out.
Okay.
I think it's in the newsroom
I just need, I'm not going to put it in the machine, but I need something
to write on. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, YouTube. That's it. Bye-bye.